How are the lads, people? Good morning, good afternoon. There's a new video right here for the American Magpie and UFC Insiders to react to. Somebody sent me that Danny Murphy has been talking about Newcastle, and they sent me the link. Listen, if you want me to react to your video, something that you want me to react for the first time, it doesn't have to be, an interview or anything like that. It can be anything. It can be a Newcastle moment that you maybe think that I didn't see, and I can react to it raw and spontaneously. Let me know. Link in the comments right now, and then I can have it for the next video. But looking, Danny Murphy questions if Newcastle have wasted money in transfer windows with the wrong signing. So let's see what Danny Murphy, ex Liverpool, has to say. Let's look. Let's take a listen.
Quite a number of Newcastle fans getting in touch this morning. What is the latest with Kieran Trippier? Of course, at Newcastle. Some days ago, when Darren Eales, the chief exec, spoke, there was a suggestion that one or two big name players would have to go to allow Newcastle to do some business. There was a suggestion Isak might be out there, even Bruno. The talk has been about Kieran Trippier, of course. The noise I get, Simon, this morning from up in the northeast, a source tells me that the general hope is, of course, that he stays, and the thought is that he will, but that nothing is ever certain in this game, and there are a few days left to do some business.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really imagine that selling Kieran Trippier for £12 million solves any particular financial fair play problems that they may or may not have.
I've said this before. I've said this actually, that the 13-12, it's cool. I mean, you get some relief, but it's not the end of the world. Like, it's not going to solve all of our problems. I've said this before, so that's why I always think that we should try to get more money out of these guys. But then again, 33 years old, Bayern Munich feels like they have the advantage, or they have, they're the club that tells Newcastle or presses Newcastle into getting the deal done. Well, it didn't happen that way, and it's not going to happen that way. So, but I've always said 13, take it however you want to. I don't think it's enough money for us to be, thinking that, yeah, we need to get rid of him. If it was higher than that, then I would have thought about it. But it really doesn't. It helps us, but doesn't help us so much when it comes to FFP.
Bought him for 12, didn't they? He's been there for 2 years, so he's on their balance sheet at 6 now, or maybe 5. So selling him at 12, albeit you don't often get £12 million for a 33-year-old left back.
Oh, but the salary is a big deal.
Is there any relevance to him being off the wage bill?
Well, I mean, he's not on that big a dough, is he? What's he going to be, 150 grand a week? What's that going to be over the next 6 months? What's that going to save him? 3 million quid. I mean, I guess you look after the pennies and the pounds take care of themselves. I get that dynamic. But if Bayern Munich were coming in and
I believe Trippier is on a higher wages than 150. I believe he's in the 200s, if I'm not mistaken.
Making an offer that you couldn't decline, 25 million quid for a player you bought for 12, that's on their balance sheet of 5, that gives you 20 million pounds of a profit, and you've got Livramento to fit in this position, then yeah, you're forced into that situation. But look, the problem is that the player will have had his head turned because it's Bayern Munich and because it's Champions League football and a potential to win a Champions League.
The only thing is, he's been abroad before and played Champions League before, and he's done it, been there, got the T-shirt.
But it's one thing playing for Atletico Madrid. It's another thing playing for did they? Okay. Well, I mean, again, Atletico Madrid is a top side, but they're not a blue chip side like Bayern Munich.
Yeah,
they're going to go win
because it hasn't been resolved, though, Simon. Do you think Bayern Munich are getting the feeling that there is encouragement there on their part to go for this?
Well, I mean, it hasn't been resolved in what way?
Well, it hasn't been sorted. Like, he stays. He's not going. That's it. It's done.
But the end product is that Newcastle have that gift. They don't have to wield that gift in the media. They don't have to say, we'll do this and we'll do that.
Do you know what's strange with Newcastle? I mean,
here we go.
The FFP and all that, people are now having to be more aware.
Attentive,
of yeah. But they have. There's a few things they've done where you think, well, they've spent 30 million on Lewis Hall from Chelsea, who's a talented left-sided player. I like him, but doesn't play him. So you're using up a chunk of your budget there to go and get someone who you maybe want to, maybe for 2 or 3 years down the line, still playing Dan Burn and Livramento at left back ahead of him. It's like, why would you tie up 30 million in your dough?
Yeah.
I know he couldn't have anticipated the injuries and the Tonali situation, because nobody could have anticipated Tonali's situation.
Right.
But it does seem some of their business has been a little bit like, okay, well,
most of it's been all right.
they have done
I
some
mean,
good bits.
they buy Chris Wood. He does a job for them in a season when they're in a bit of a spot of bother. They pump him out for the same money, if not more.
Gordon,
You know, and they do good business. They do sensible business.
So in the meantime,
Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, a lot of people are coming at Dan Murphy and what he said. To be fair with you, I'm very honest with myself, and I can't slam Danny Murphy right now. I mean, we got a few seconds left, but I can't slam him or question or say that he's wrong on what he's saying a lot, because the reason why I do a lot of polls, as you know, and I'm probably going to do one today about this one, and if not, go to the community side and you can probably see it there. Uh, a lot of fans have been questioning as well why Dan Burn plays as a left back over Hall, and a lot of fans also say that Lewis Hall, is not fit, or he's not up to par with what the manager needs and wants, and that's why he's not playing. So it's a double thing right here. I mean, whether he's not fit, he's not good to play, he's not good enough for the team, or the manager doesn't want him. And we know in football that when the manager doesn't want you, doesn't like you, then it's very, very tough for you to overcome that. Every manager has a fetish, a player that they love, and in this particular case, I feel like Dan Burn is very much loved by the manager, and deservingly so, because he definitely helped us when we needed him. And but it does make sense. I don't know exactly how much we paid for Lewis Hall, so I'm not going to affirm that we paid 30 million for him. I can't really remember. With Newcastle, every day is like a year, and so I forget some things. But if it is true that we paid 30 million for him, and we're not even, actually he's on a loan, and apparently is a must buy loan at the end of the season. I don't know if there's like the amount of games that he needs to play before we must buy him, or it's already a must buy. It doesn't matter. We need to pay for him. And Eddie Howe said before that he's not sure whether he's going to stay on the team or not. So it's a lot of confusion right there when it comes to Lewis Hall, and I would like to give him more opportunities. He only comes in the 80th minute, 85, 85th minute. Doesn't really get much time to get warmed up, to get to get invested in the match itself. It's tough for him. So it's a tough one. I'm not sure what to think, but I can't smash Danny Murphy to the ground when I don't necessarily disagree with what he's saying. Again, we need to get the amount right, because yes, if you spend 5 million on Lewis Hall, then I'm not going to be as upset or as worried if we pay 30 or 40. You see what I'm saying? And so I'm not 100% sure on the amount. If you know, please let me know in the comment section down below. And listen, let me know what your thoughts are on this one. Let me know what your thoughts are. I don't know, and I definitely don't agree with him when he says that we haven't spent good. We've done well. We got Isak, we got Guimaraes, we got all these guys, and also we sold nicely, like Simon Jordan was saying, we sold Wood, and we've done our fair share of nice transfers. But I mean, Lewis Hall could be a mistake. Who knows? But I want to know your opinion. Let me know in the comment section. Smash the like button. And of course, let's get to as many subscribers as we can. And of course, at the end, you can become a patron of the channel. In the first link in the description, you can learn more and start your free trial today. We'll see you on the next one.